What's good, guys? So today we're gonna go over the fundamental ways on how to use a jump rope. So guys, we're gonna jump right in this video. Welcome to the ReggieBFitness. Like that? Yeah? Good. Damn! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reggie B. So guys, we're gonna switch things up today. I'm gonna show you the fundamental and great tips on how to use a jump rope. So you go on YouTube, you can find a bunch of videos on how to use a jump rope, but it's not for beginners. There are a lot of times they show you advanced stuff, they show you tricks, and they just show you about just jumping right into it. I'm gonna go over the tips on how to start if you never ever used a jump rope before. So guys, we're gonna jump right into this video. You guys ready? Let's get it. Tip number one, the rope length. So a lot of people don't realize the difference on how long a rope or how short a rope can be could make a difference on when you're jumping. Because if it's nice and long, it's gonna be dragged on the floor. So as you're jumping, it's gonna be here and it's gonna be a lot wider when you're going. So you don't want to really have a long rope, and then for other people, when you just grab and it's too much of a short rope, then it puts you in a predicament of constantly tipping the top of your head. So if the rope was like this here, you see how when I'm jumping, it's very short for me to jump. I have to put my head down, I have to do this, and that's me trying. So if I'm doing it quick, it's gonna constantly hit my feet or it's gonna tip the top of my head. So I recommend when you grab a rope, grab both ends, put your foot in the middle, and the tips should be around nipple area. That's actually worked for me. It gives you enough hang time to throw the rope right over your head. Also, it's long enough so it keeps it from tipping the top of your head if the rope is short. Tip number two, getting yourself used to the jumping motion. So for a lot of people, if you never used the jump rope before, and if you use the jump rope but haven't perfected it yet, you want to get used to the movement. So what I want you to do, you just want to use the jump rope probably in your hand so it can kind of give you that rhythm sound. And then you're just going to just practice on the jumping motion. That's how you'll get used to that movement. So when you speed it up, this is the motion that you need to get used to, because this is how to jump rope. Tip number three, try getting used to jumping 1 to 2 inches off the ground. So when you go and you use a jump rope, a lot of people are used to jumping a little too high. You don't want to do that because one, it can prevent you from going as fast because you have too much time going up to come down. Two, it can give you shin splints, the impact of hitting the ground from jumping so high. And three, it can also hurt your knees by having the impact from jumping high. So the thing you want to do, you want to jump at least tops 2 inches, but try to keep it 1 to 1.5. So which will look like this. So the typical way of how people would do it, they'll jump. When you just wanna, you see how my feet is not going above the ground too high? I'm literally just enough so the rope can go right under. Tip number four, getting used to jumping through the rope. So the whole act of jump rope is jumping through the rope. So for a lot of people, they're used to doing that double jump. This tip, I'm gonna have you focus on jumping through the rope one time, because when you're using fast jumps, you're gonna be able to jump through it faster because you're doing one jump. If you're doing that double jump, which looks like this, when a lot of people don't know how to jump rope, they'll use the elementary school jump. The one, the double jump. But if I'm going fast, you're not gonna be able to. It's gonna be a little weird. So when you wanna jump faster, you're 1, 2, 3. See the difference of that little quick second? You see how I started off? I try to do it and you see how off beat I was? But I'm on beat when you're doing it faster like this. That's what I want you guys to get used to. So right now, focus on this drill of jumping through the rope one time, stop, jump through it again, which then looks like this. We jump through it once, go back over, go back over. And when you get used to it, now throw in 2 jumps. And then when you get better, 3. The thing that I want you to get used to, have your brain get used to that rhythm and jumping through that rope 1 time as the rope goes over. You don't want to have that double jump because then stop you from progressing to jump faster. Tip number 5, using your wrists and forearms to do all the work. So when you're using a jump rope, the typical person is going to use their arms to swing that rope for their bodies to go through. You don't want to do that because 1, you need those elbows slightly bent and backwards. If you have straight arms, which will look like this, with a lot of people, as simple as this looks, to be like, oh, not to do, you'll see time and time again people doing this. The straight arms and they're, you see that all the time in gyms. People with the straight arms and they're using, from the side, I'm using my arms to throw myself over. So I'm doing this. 1 is gonna put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, gonna get you tired a lot faster. We're not trying to get tired because when you're using a jump rope, it's a great way of burning fat and using it as cardio. So you wanna stay as long as possible. So by doing that, you wanna let your wrists and your forearms to do all the work, which looks like this. So if I'm going from the side, I'm doing this. I'm not making my arms move or do any of the work. So guys, focus of letting your wrists and your forearms do all the work. Tip number 6, using all the fundamentals that I showed you to now perform that 1 perfect jump through the rope. So guys, when you're using a jump rope, you always want to jump on your toes. Keep those knees bent because you're able to take the impact when hitting the ground. You want to keep your elbows in and back, and your wrists should probably be around hip height. You don't want to keep them too high. You don't want to keep them down low. Never, again, keep those arms straight. So guys, we're going to use everything we've learned and we're going to perform this jump. So we're going to try to hit 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So guys, there you have it, your fundamental jump. All right guys, there you have it. So for all you beginners out there that don't know the correct video or the fundamentals on how to do a jump rope, this video, I hope, and will definitely, if you follow the directions, will get you to be a pro in no time. So guys, remember, don't forget to hit that notification button so you know my next video comes out. It's your boy Reggie B. Like my video, subscribe to my video so your boy can be back. And if you do that, I'll be real proud of you. Metamorphosis complete.